Hello, my dear learner, I am very happy that you are here with me today. Please take a slow breath and allow your mind to relax. You have chosen to improve your English for professional life, and this choice itself shows growth, ambition, and self-respect. English is not only a language used in offices or meetings. English is a tool that helps you express ideas, share responsibility, build trust, and move forward in your career. You do not need to become perfect. You do not need to sound like a native speaker. You only need to be clear, calm, polite, and confident. That is all professional English really is. As I speak to you, imagine that I am an experienced teacher sitting beside you, not in front of you, not above you. I am here to support you, not judge you. You are free to listen quietly or repeat softly. You are free to pause and continue. Learning happens best when you feel safe, and right now, this is a safe place for learning. Let us begin by removing fear. Many learners believe that professional English means using very advanced vocabulary or complicated grammar. Because of this belief, they stay silent. Silence feels safer than making a mistake. But silence does not help growth. The truth is that the strongest professionals often speak very simple English. They speak slowly. They choose clear words. They do not try to impress. They try to communicate. Clear communication builds trust, and trust builds professional success. Now imagine the beginning of a normal workday. You enter your workplace. It may be an office, a hospital, a site, a shop, a school, or even an online meeting. You see your colleagues. The first and most powerful professional sentence is good morning. Say it calmly. Say it clearly. Good morning creates a positive connection. If you want to continue, you can say good morning, how are you? The other person may say I am doing well, thank you. You can reply with that is good to hear, or I am doing well too, thank you. These sentences are short, polite, and professional. This is called small talk, and small talk is very important in professional life. It creates comfort and cooperation. Sometimes you may not feel great, but professionalism means balance. If someone asks how you are, you do not need to share stress or problems unless required. You can simply say I am doing fine, thank you. This keeps communication respectful and neutral. Now imagine your manager or team lead asks you how your work is going. You can say my work is going well. You can say I am making good progress. If the work is still in progress, you can say I am currently working on it. If something is difficult, you can say it is a bit challenging, but I am managing it. This sentence is very professional because it shows honesty without negativity. Let us now slowly become comfortable with common professional words that appear every day. Deadline means the final time to complete a task. Schedule means a plan of time. Update means new information. Responsibility means work you are expected to handle. Priority means something important that needs attention first. Feedback means suggestions or opinions about your work. These words may sound serious, but they are normal. You will hear them again and again. Over time, they will feel natural. Now imagine your manager assigns you a task and says please complete this by tomorrow. You can respond yes, I will complete it by tomorrow. You can say sure, I will take care of it. Notice how calm and confident these responses are. You are not over-explaining. You are not sounding nervous. You are simply accepting responsibility. Using I will is very important in professional English. It shows commitment. Now imagine something very common. You did not understand the instructions. This happens to everyone, including native speakers. Asking questions is not weakness. Asking questions shows professionalism. You can say I am sorry, could you please repeat that? You can say could you please explain it again? Another excellent professional sentence is just to confirm, "You want this done today, right?" This sentence shows care and attention. Let us gently focus on pronunciation for a moment. You do not need a perfect accent. You only need clarity. Speak slowly. Calm speech sounds confident. Try saying these words in your mind slowly. Responsibility. Deadline. Schedule. Feedback. Update. Take your time. Now let us talk about professional email communication. Emails are extremely important in professional life. A good email is polite, clear, and respectful. Imagine you are writing to your manager. You can say, "Hello, I hope you are doing well. I am writing to update you on the project. The work is progressing well, and I will share the final version by tomorrow. Thank you for your guidance. Best regards." This email is simple, but it sounds professional because it is clear. Now imagine you need information from a colleague. You can say, "Could you please share the details with me?" You can say, "Please let me know the next steps." These sentences are polite and direct. Avoid very casual language unless your workplace culture is informal. Now imagine you made a mistake or missed a deadline. This can feel uncomfortable, but it is normal. Professionals handle mistakes calmly. You can say, "I apologize for the delay. There was an unexpected issue, and I am working on it now. I will update you shortly." This response shows responsibility. Do not blame others. Focus on solutions. Now let us move into meetings. Meetings can feel stressful, especially in English. But remember, meetings are not exams. You do not need to speak all the time. Listening is more important than speaking. When you do speak, keep your sentences short and clear. If you want to share an idea, you can say, "I would like to add something here." You can say, "In my opinion, this approach may work better." These phrases help you enter the discussion politely. If you agree with someone, you can say, "I agree with that." You can say, "That makes sense." If you disagree, be polite. You can say, "I understand your point, but I see it differently." This shows maturity. Now imagine your manager asks for an update in a meeting. You can say, "The task is in progress, and we are on schedule." You can say, "We have completed most of the work, and the remaining part will be done by tomorrow." These sentences are clear and professional. Now let us talk about phone calls. Phone calls can be challenging because you cannot see the other person. Your tone becomes very important. When answering a professional call, you can say, "Hello, this is Archie speaking. How may I help you?" Speak slowly. Smile while speaking. Smiling changes your voice. If you need someone to wait, say, "Please hold for a moment." If you need to transfer the call, say, "I will connect you to the concerned person." If you cannot hear clearly, say, "I am sorry, could you please repeat that?" Now let us talk about confidence again. Confidence does not mean speaking fast. Confidence means speaking calmly. You do not need to answer immediately. You can say, "Let me take a moment to think." This sounds professional and natural. Let us gently review grammar without pressure. Simple grammar is powerful. Use simple present tense for your role. I work as a developer. I manage reports. I handle client communication. Use simple future for plans. I will send the email today. I will attend the meeting tomorrow. Use simple past for completed tasks. I completed the work. I spoke to the client. These structures are enough for professional communication. Now imagine you are introducing yourself to a new colleague. You can say, "Hello, my name is Archie. I work as a software developer. I focus on front-end development and enjoy learning new technologies. This introduction is calm and professional. Let me tell you a short story. There was a young professional named Aman. Aman was skilled, but he was afraid of English. In meetings, he stayed silent. He waited to become perfect. One day, he decided to speak simply. He used short sentences. He spoke slowly. He made mistakes, but he continued. Over time, his confidence grew. People listened. Aman learned that confidence comes from action, not waiting. You can be like Aman. Every time you speak, you grow stronger. Now imagine a colleague asks for help. You say yes, sure, I will help you. They say thank you. You say you are welcome. This is teamwork. Now imagine someone gives you feedback. You say thank you for the feedback. I will work on improving this. This is professionalism. Now imagine a client is unhappy. You can say I understand your concern. I apologize for the inconvenience. I will look into this and get back to you shortly. These sentences calm situations. You are doing well. You are learning. You are growing. Now let us continue calmly and confidently. You are doing very well by simply listening. Remember that learning English for professional life is not about memorizing rules. It is about getting comfortable with the language, hearing it often, and using it slowly and confidently. The more relaxed you are, the faster your improvement will happen. So let us continue in the same gentle way. Imagine you are at work and you need to explain what you do to someone who is new. Many professionals struggle with this, not because they lack skill, but because they try to explain everything at once. In professional English, simple explanations are the most powerful. You can say I work on client requirements and coordinate with the team. I make sure tasks are completed on time. I focus on quality and clear communication. These sentences are simple, but they clearly describe your role. You do not need to explain every technical detail unless someone asks. Now imagine you are asked to give a small update about your work, either in a meeting or in a conversation. You can say currently, I am working on this task. The progress is good. I expect to complete it by tomorrow. This update is calm, confident, and professional. Notice how short the sentences are. Short sentences reduce mistakes and increase clarity. Now let us talk about professional listening, because listening is just as important as speaking. In professional life, you will often hear instructions, feedback, or discussions. You do not need to understand every single word to understand the meaning. Focus on keywords. Words like deadline, update, meeting, priority, issue, solution. When you hear these words, your brain starts understanding the situation. Over time, listening will become easier. If you miss something while listening, do not panic. You can say I am sorry, could you please repeat that last part? Or you can say I just want to make sure I understood correctly. This is professional and polite. No one expects you to understand everything instantly. Now let us move into workplace conversations with colleagues. Imagine a colleague comes to your desk and says, "Can we discuss this for a moment?" You can reply yes, sure. Or you can say yes, please give me a minute. These responses are polite and professional. If you are busy, you can say I am currently working on something, but I can talk in a few minutes. This sentence helps you manage time without sounding rude. Now imagine you want to ask a colleague for help. You can say, "Could you please help me with this?" Or "I need some clarification on this task." Or "Can you guide me through this process?" The phrase "guide me through" means explain step by step. This is a very common professional phrase. Now imagine a colleague helps you. Always acknowledge it. You can say thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. Appreciation builds strong professional relationships. Now let us talk about workplace etiquette and tone. Tone is how your words sound emotionally. Even correct English can sound rude if the tone is wrong. For example, saying "send me the file" sounds demanding. Saying "could you please send me the file" sounds polite. Small words like "please," "could you," "thank you" change the entire tone of your communication. Now imagine you are giving instructions to someone junior. Professional English requires respect at every level. You can say "please make sure this task is completed by today," or "kindly update me once it is done." The word "kindly" is often used in professional English to soften instructions. Now let us talk about handling pressure situations. Professional life is not always calm. Sometimes deadlines are tight. Sometimes mistakes happen. Sometimes people are unhappy. In these moments, calm English is very powerful. Imagine your manager says this is urgent. You can respond, "I understand. I will prioritize this and update you soon." The word prioritize means give importance. This sentence shows control and responsibility. Now imagine you receive negative feedback. This can be emotionally difficult, but professional English helps you respond maturely. You can say "thank you for the feedback. I understand your concerns, and I will work on improving this." Even if you disagree, first acknowledge the feedback. This shows professionalism. Now imagine you need to give feedback to someone else. Always start with something positive. You can say "I appreciate your effort on this task. There is one area we can improve. Maybe we can make this part clearer." Using words like "maybe" and "we" softens your message and avoids conflict. Now let us move into professional presentations. Many learners fear presentations, but presentations do not need complex English. The goal is clarity, not perfection. Imagine you are presenting a project update. You can say "today I will give a brief update on the project. We have completed the initial phase. Currently, we are working on the next step. We expect to finish by next week." These sentences are simple and effective. When presenting, speak slowly. Pause between sentences. Silence is not weakness. Silence gives listeners time to understand. You can also say "please let me know if you have any questions." This invites interaction. Now let us talk about interviews in more detail, because interviews are very important in professional life. In an interview, clarity matters more than advanced vocabulary. When the interviewer asks "tell me about yourself," they want a short professional summary, not your life story. You can say "I am a dedicated professional with experience in my field. I enjoy learning new skills and working in a team. I am looking for opportunities to grow and contribute." This answer is simple and strong. When asked about your experience, you can say "I have experience working on similar projects. I have handled responsibilities related to communication, coordination, and delivery." Use words you are comfortable with. Never use words you do not understand. When asked about strengths, you can say "I am hardworking, reliable, and open to learning." When asked about weaknesses, do not criticize yourself too much. You can say "I am working on improving my skills and becoming more efficient." This shows honesty and growth. Now let us talk about professional vocabulary that helps you sound confident without sounding complicated. Words like handle, manage, coordinate, support, ensure, assist are very useful. For example, you can say "I handle client communication. I manage project timelines. I coordinate with the team. I assist with documentation." These verbs are simple but powerful. Now let us gently practice pronunciation in your mind. Coordinate. Manage. Assist. Responsibility. opportunity, development. Speak slowly. Clear speech builds confidence. Now let me share another professional story. There was a professional named Priya. Priya understood English well, but she was afraid to speak in meetings. She worried about grammar mistakes. One day, she decided to focus on clarity instead of perfection. She started speaking slowly. She used simple sentences. She asked questions when she did not understand. Over time, her colleagues noticed her confidence. Her ideas were appreciated. Priya learned that courage comes before confidence. You can learn the same lesson. Confidence grows when you act, not when you wait. Now imagine you are working in a team and there is a disagreement. Professional English helps you handle disagreement respectfully. You can say, "I understand your point, but I would like to share a different perspective." Or, "From my experience, this approach may be more effective." Avoid emotional language. Stick to facts and clarity. Now let us talk about writing professional messages on chat tools like office messaging apps. Messages should be polite and clear. For example, you can say, "Hello, just checking if you have an update on this." Or, "Hi, please let me know when you are available." Avoid using all capital letters. They look like shouting. Now imagine you need to follow up on a task. Following up means checking again politely. You can say, "Just following up on my previous message. Please let me know if there are any updates." This is very common professional English. Now let us talk about professional confidence again, because it is the most important part. Confidence does not come from knowing everything. Confidence comes from knowing that you can communicate even if you make mistakes. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to think. You are allowed to learn. Now imagine you are explaining a problem to your manager. You can say, "There is an issue with this task. I am working on a solution. I will keep you updated." This sentence shows control and responsibility. Now let us talk about body language and voice, even though this is an audio lesson. When you speak, sit straight. Breathe slowly. Speak clearly. Do not rush. A calm voice sounds confident even if the words are simple. Now let us do a gentle speaking practice in your mind. Imagine someone asks, "What are you working on?" You say, "I am currently working on this project. The progress is good. I will update you once it is completed." Imagine someone asks, "When will this be done?" You say, "I expect to complete it by tomorrow." These sentences are professional and useful. Now imagine you need to say no professionally. Saying no is difficult, but sometimes necessary. You can say, "I am currently at capacity, but I can take this up later." Or, "I will need some more time to handle this." Saying no politely is a professional skill. Now let us talk about growth mindset. Professional English improves with regular exposure. Listen to English daily. Speak whenever possible. Do not wait to feel ready. Read emails. Observe how others communicate. Slowly, naturally, your English will improve. Now imagine your future self. You are sitting in a meeting. You understand what people are saying. You speak calmly. You are not afraid of mistakes. People listen to you. This future is possible, and you are already moving toward it. You are doing very well. Stay calm. Stay focused. Let us now move into slightly more advanced professional situations, but remember, the language will remain simple. Advanced does not mean difficult. Advanced means more realistic, more detailed, and more meaningful. Imagine you are working on a project with multiple people, and coordination is required. Coordination means working together smoothly. A colleague comes to you and says we need to align on this task. Align means agree and move in the same direction. You can reply yes, let us discuss this. Or you can say sure, let us go over the details. Go over means review carefully. These phrases are very common in professional English. Now imagine you are discussing responsibilities. You can say I will handle this part. You can take care of the other part. Or you can say I am responsible for this section, and I will update you once it is done. These sentences show ownership and clarity. Now imagine there is confusion in a task. Confusion is common in professional environments. Instead of blaming, professional English focuses on clarity. You can say I think there may be some confusion. Let us clarify the requirements. Or you can say let us make sure we are on the same page. On the same page means everyone understands the same thing. This is a very important professional phrase. Now let us talk about professional problem solving. Problems happen everywhere. The way you communicate during problems defines your professionalism. Imagine a system is not working or a task is delayed. You can say there is an issue with this process. I am investigating the cause. I will share an update soon. This sentence shows control and responsibility. You are not panicking. You are managing. Now imagine your manager asks why something is delayed. You can say there was an unexpected challenge, but I am addressing it. I will ensure it is completed as soon as possible. Notice how calm this sounds. Calm language reduces stress in professional environments. Now let us practice a longer professional dialogue in your mind. Imagine a manager says we need this completed by the end of the week. You respond I understand. I will prioritize this task and coordinate with the team. The manager says please keep me updated. You say yes, I will share regular updates. This dialogue is simple, but it shows strong professional communication. Now imagine a client conversation. Client communication requires extra politeness. A client says they are unhappy with the progress. You respond I understand your concern, and I apologize for the inconvenience. Let me review the situation and get back to you shortly. The client feels heard. The situation becomes calmer. This is the power of professional English. Now imagine the client asks for an explanation. You can say thank you for your patience. The delay happened due to an unexpected issue, but we are working on a solution. We expect to resolve this soon. Notice how you are honest but calm. This builds trust. Now let us talk about professional confidence in speaking. Confidence is not about speaking loudly or fluently without pauses. Confidence is about being comfortable with pauses. When you speak, it is okay to pause between sentences. It gives your brain time to think and your listener time to understand. Silence is not your enemy. Silence is your support. Now let us talk about professional self-introduction in more detail. Sometimes you need to introduce yourself formally, maybe in a meeting or a new organization. You can say hello everyone, my name is Archie. I work as a software developer. I have experience in front-end development and I focus on building user-friendly interfaces. I am happy to be part of this team. This introduction is clear, professional, and confident. You do not need to mention everything. Only what is relevant. Now imagine you are asked about your goals. You can say my goal is to continue improving my skills and contribute meaningfully to the organization. I am eager to learn and take on new responsibilities. This answer sounds mature and professional. Now let us talk about professional growth conversations. Imagine your manager asks where do you see yourself in the future? You can say I see myself growing within the organization, taking on more responsibility, and adding value through my work. This shows ambition without arrogance. Now let us talk about workplace culture and respect. Respect is shown through language. Saying please, thank you, sorry, and I appreciate it goes a long way. Even when you are stressed, polite language keeps relationships strong. Now imagine you need to request leave. You can say I would like to request leave for tomorrow due to a personal matter. I will ensure my responsibilities are managed. This sentence is respectful and professional. Now imagine you are returning from leave. You can say thank you for your understanding. I am back and ready to continue with the work. Simple and professional. Now let us talk about confidence when making mistakes, because mistakes are unavoidable. When you make a mistake, do not hide it. You can say I noticed an error in my work. I am correcting it now. I will make sure it does not happen again. This sentence shows accountability, which is highly respected. Now let us talk about listening practice. Imagine you hear your manager say please ensure this is completed before the deadline and share an update by evening. The key words are ensure, completed, deadline, update, evening. Even if you do not understand every word, you understand the task. Professional listening is about understanding meaning, not translating every word. Now let us talk about speaking practice. Imagine someone asks what is the status of the task. You can say it is in progress. I am working on it, and I will update you once it is done. Practice saying this calmly. Now let us talk about mindset, because mindset shapes communication. If you believe you are bad at English, you will hesitate. If you believe you are learning English, you will speak. Change the sentence in your mind. Do not say my English is weak. Say my English is improving. This small change creates confidence. Now imagine your future self again. You are speaking in meetings. You are writing clear emails. You are handling professional conversations without fear. This future is not far away. It is created through daily calm practice, just like this. Now let us talk about consistency. You do not need to practice for hours every day. Even 15 minutes of listening and speaking helps. Listen to professional conversations. Repeat useful sentences. Speak to yourself. Confidence grows slowly but steadily. Now let us do one final long professional scenario in your mind. Imagine you are part of a project review meeting. The manager asks for updates. One by one, people speak. When it is your turn, you say the task assigned to me is nearly complete. The remaining work will be finished by tomorrow. There were some challenges, but they have been addressed. I will share the final update soon. You finish speaking. You feel calm. People understand you. This is professional success. Now let us slow down and bring everything together. Professional English is not about perfection. It is about clarity. It is about respect. It is about confidence. You already know more than you think. You only need to use it. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to think. You are allowed to make mistakes. Every professional you admire once struggled too. Growth happens when you continue despite discomfort. As we come to the end of this long lesson, I want you to feel proud of yourself. You stayed with this lesson. You listened patiently. You invested time in yourself. This is how improvement begins. Keep practicing. Keep listening. Keep speaking, even if your voice shakes a little. That shaking is not weakness. It is growth happening. English is not a barrier for you. It is a bridge to confidence, opportunity, and professional success. Thank you for spending this time with me. I believe in your progress, and I am proud of your effort. Continue practicing every day, and very soon you will notice that professional English feels natural, calm, and confident for you.